We know that Southern is a team that's going to play extremely hard, play very physical. They just have no quit in them. I just reminded our team that they played here. They were an NCAA tournament team. They came here and they played here. So this coach is very familiar with playing on this floor. There's some positives that we take. We're just trying to get better every game. The one thing that stuck out for me was our ability to guard dribble penetration, and we got to be better at that. They are aggressive team, so we needed to keep them in front of us, and that was the game plan because we knew they wanted to drive on us. And then just knowing personnel, getting better at that, knowing personnel. But, I thought, again, shot the ball pretty well, and we got off to a slow start. So we don't want to start slow. We know we cannot start slow, especially going into SEC play on the road. We got to be ready to start, games better. Again, I thought we shared the ball for the most part, 62 points in the paint. I think that's kind of talked about our identity. We want to go inside out, and that's through post touches, through drives. So we want to do that. But hats off to Southern. They took away our transition game. They pressured us in the half court, and we didn't execute as well as I would have liked, especially since we placed a lot, been facing a lot of zone and passive defenses. But we withstand. We came away with the win, and we're definitely thankful.
Up first, we'll go to John Sokoloff.
Nikki, what kind of was it? I know you mentioned it briefly there, but can you get into kind of specifics with what your team was able to do to be able to pull away like you did after that first quarter?
I thought we executed in the second half. I thought we got the ball inside. Clearly there was a mismatch, and we wanted to kind of dissect how we wanted to get the ball inside. So we had to move the ball from side to side to get just some looks or to get a dribble penetration. I thought Rakia didn't settle as much, in the second half. She was able to get, inside the paint a little bit more so and have some aggressive moves at the basket.
Up next, we'll go to Ben Portnoy.
Nikki, I guess you kind of touched on it there, but in terms of the first quarter and what you saw in terms of the flip switching, I think you guys shot about 60% from the first quarter on. Was it a matter of just seeing some shots get down, getting a few cleaner looks, or what do you kind of attribute it to?
I thought it was their defense. They were very physical with us, and I addressed it. I said, they're pushing us all over the place. Get to your spots. Stop settling. I thought we settled with some jumpers right there in the paint, and we were missing easy shots in the paint. And we know we got to be pretty efficient in the paint. A goal of ours is to be 55 to 60% in that circle, and we were not. But then we I addressed that at the second half. I addressed it in the second quarter, and I thought we adjusted, and we started making those easy plays.
And quick follow-up, I think you guys were able to outread them by about 10 or 15, give or take. I guess in terms of just what you've seen the last few games, how encouraging is that to see them respond, at least in that capacity?
I thought it was good. But I thought Southern didn't really go to the boards. They stopped our transition. They sent people back. They had one person go, and they sent people back. So, but that was good that, we were able to get back. We had to read a little bit more in transition, and we were able to get Jess the ball because they had to come out and guard us on the perimeter.
Up next, we'll go to Chris Bolton. Chris, you there?
Hey, Nikki, sorry about that. What's the biggest thing you want to see from this team as you near conference play?
I want us to have more pride on the defensive end, because I'm a defensive player. I was a defensive player. That's where it all started for me. And I think that's the personality that we have to get. I tell our team we're holding teams to 31%, but we're a much better defensive team than what we're showing. And that starts with the mentality. And we got to have a defensive mentality. We got to be more aggressive. I'm trying to figure out, what players can really do that for me. Because I probably need to make an adjustment if you can't defend, because it's critical. It's going to be critical for us in SEC play. But we have to have that mentality. I can guard somebody for 25 seconds and I can rebound. Those things have to become automatic for us.
Up next, we'll go to Tyler Horka.
Nikki, you mentioned the mismatch, and obviously there's been quite a few of those for y'all in the early going here. And I know you can't do anything about the other team's roster, but you did mention SEC play coming up as well. I'm just wondering how prepared do you think, players like Sydney and Jess and even Rakia are for the physicality of the SEC and what you expect to see once that gets going?
Well, I think we got to get better, because tonight was an indication. South Florida was an indication how physical they were with our post players. We got to embrace contact because the SEC is faster, it's big, it's physical, and they know that. So we're going to rely heavily on them, to embrace that on the offensive end, but it has to start on the defensive end. We have to be just as physical.
All right, guys.